Hello students, welcome back to my channel. This is an interesting question. If x is equal to square root of p plus q plus square root of p minus q by square root of p plus q minus square root of p minus q, then find the value of qx square minus 2px plus q. Now let us take x, whatever is given. Children, always try to rationalize. Start with rationalizing the sum, okay, whatever is given. So what is the rationalizing factor here? It is square root of p plus q plus square root of p minus q, and use this rationalizing factor to multiply numerator and denominator, okay. Now what we will get in the numerator? It will be square root of p plus q plus square root of p minus q whole square, okay. By denominator, we will always get in a plus b into a minus b form, which is a square minus b square, which is root of p plus q whole square minus square root of p minus q whole square, okay. Now let us expand the numerator. It is a plus b whole square form. So we know that a plus b whole square is a square plus 2ab plus b square. Here our a is square root of p plus q and b is square root of p minus q. So root of p plus q whole square plus square root of p minus q whole square plus 2ab, 2 into square root of p plus q into square root of p minus q, okay. By now here square and square root are inverse operations, so we will be getting p plus q minus, since it is minus, I'll put a bracket and write this sign, and square root are inverse operations, so we will be left with p minus q. Now if we observe here, square and square root are inverse operations, so we will be left with p plus q in the numerator plus again p minus q here, I am writing the numerator here, plus 2 times square root of p plus q into square root of p minus q. We will be getting product of this two is nothing but a square minus b square, which is p square minus q square, okay. By now here I will remove the bracket, p plus q minus p, minus into minus is plus q, okay. Now let us check, plus q minus q gets cancelled. Here plus p minus p gets cancelled, okay. So what we are left with? We are left with p plus p is 2p plus 2 into square root of p square minus q square, by denominator we are left with 2q. Children, this is our x, okay. Now transpose this 2q that side, so we will get 2qx is equal to 2p plus 2 times square root of p square minus q square, okay. 2qx is equal to, we can take 2 common over here, okay. So what we will be left with? We are left with p plus square root of p square minus q square. Now this 2 will get cancelled, okay. Qx, this plus p, if I transpose this side, we will get minus p is equal to square root of p square minus q square. Now whatever they are asking here, it is qx square minus 2px plus q. So we don't require this square root symbol. To remove the square root symbol, we have to do squaring on both sides. Squaring on both sides. Now if we do squaring on both sides, what we will get? Qx minus p whole square is equal to square root of p square minus q square whole square, okay. Now this is in the form of a minus b whole square. So qx whole square plus p square minus 2 into qx into p, okay. Because 2ab term will be negative, that's why put minus sign. Now here square and square root are inverse operations, so we are left with p square minus q square, fine. Now let us bring all the terms one side, so we will be getting q square x square, because this is square whole square, so I can put q square x square plus p square minus 2pqx, okay, is minus p square Now this minus q square will become plus q square. Okay, this plus has become minus, is equal to 0. Now just observe here, plus p square minus p square gets cancelled. Okay, so what we are left with? We are left with q square x square minus 2pqx plus q square equals to 0. Okay, now children, in all the three terms we can see q as common, right? So if we take q as common, what we are left with? X square and q. Okay, one q will be left. So x square q can I write, or qx square? It's up to you. Don't get confused. Okay, so we can write it as qx square also. Okay, qx square minus q is out. So what we are left with? 2px plus q out of q square, q is out, so we are left with 1q is equal to 0. Now what are they asking us? Okay, just see here, they are asking us to find the value of qx square minus 2px plus q. Okay, they are asking us this value. If I transpose this q that side, it will become 0 by q, which is 0 only. So qx square minus 2px plus q value is 0. Okay, children, after doing so much, finally we got the answer as 0. That is the magic of math. Okay, for more such interesting videos, you can subscribe to my channel.